If I did not think that the security of the United States and the safety of the American people were at stake in Afghanistan, I would gladly order every single one of our troops home tomorrow. I make this decision because I am convinced that our security is at stake in Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Announcing an extra 30,000 troops for Afghanistan next year at a cost of $30 billion, President Barack Obama went out of his way to highlight the importance of Pakistan to the mission and also put a time limit on it. Are either of these two tenets attainable? This is a Stratfor Dispatch. I'm Colin Chapman. Obama intends to start pulling out troops as early as July 2011 and explain why the beginning of the end must come then.
There are those who oppose identifying a time frame for our transition to Afghan responsibility. Indeed, some call for a more dramatic and open-ended escalation of our war effort, one that would commit us to a nation-building project of up to a decade. I reject this course because it sets goals that are beyond what can be achieved at a reasonable cost, and what we need to achieve to secure our interests. Furthermore, the absence of a time frame for transition would deny us any sense of urgency in working with the Afghan government.
Let's remember that what Obama told us was that he was going to begin withdrawing troops in 2011. He didn't tell us when it was going to end, and he was very clear that events on the ground would dictate it. If possible, he wanted to have them out before the end of his term, but very frankly, he was prepared to hold off on that decision depending on circumstances. So he was very cagey in holding his options open, and he said less than it appeared to.
The President also indicated the months ahead will be a particularly testing time for Pakistan. Washington-Islamabad relations have had their tense moments, but Obama said Pakistan was one of 3 core planks of his Afghan strategy.
We will act with the full recognition that our success in Afghanistan is inextricably linked to our partnership with Pakistan. We're in Afghanistan to prevent a cancer from once again spreading through that country. But this same cancer has also taken root in the border region of Pakistan.
The expectations from the Pakistanis are relatively smaller than we might expect. So low expectations on both sides. But you can't bet on Pakistan. No one can forecast the future of Pakistan. No one can forecast stability or the cohesiveness of its military. So that is quite a gamble. But what is he gambling? If that fails, he will have been able to say he's done the best he could. He tried to win the war that George Bush started, and he's now had to leave.
The decision's made, and the next test is how strongly NATO supports the project.